Oh, good.
Okay,
You want
well,
to,
So
right
it
now,
says,
welcome everybody
yeah,
to the October 3rd, 2025 edition of the Wanta High School class of 1960 happy hour. We're going to spend about 2 hours, maybe more, in great conversation, hear wild tales about things that happen in school that some of us may not know about. And the Parduans have a recommendation to put on the table. At some point, we'll get to that and discuss what they want to bring up. Judy, hello.
Hello,
How are you, dear?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Okay, good. Now, can you change your name to put in your maiden and married names, or even just your maiden name?
I don't know how to do that.
Okay, you see in your tile, if you move up to the upper right-hand corner, there should be three little dots.
Right-hand corner on the screen?
Yeah,
Yeah.
on just in your tile on the screen.
it could be in the middle, Judy.
No. There's
No.
there's no three little dots on my screen.
Okay,
down the bottom. It's down the bottom on mine.
okay, and John, can you change your name to John Higgs?
That's what I'm trying to do.
Where's the three little dots?
Mine's down the bottom.
I see participants, chat,
Yeah.
react.
Participants, try participants.
If you have a drink of wine, you get three dots.
So where?
Okay, find your name in participants.
Oh, on the list.
Okay, and then over on the right, you'll see three little dots. If you hover over your name, you see it says mute, and then there's three dots. You see them?
Yes.
Click on the three dots.
What should I put? All my names?
Yeah,
Yeah.
How about just my maiden name? No?
whatever you like.
Maiden name and the name I have now.
Sure.
Okay. So I rename it and I put it in.
Yeah, and then you got to click confirm or whatever it is.
Okay.
Well, I guess the happy hour's over now.
All right, there should
Okay,
be a
wait.
space there.
Judy, spell things for me. Judy, Judy, maiden
Now, should I
name.
put change on there? It says, remember my name for future meetings.
Yes,
And then I hit change.
Sure.
there you go.
There you go. It worked.
Hooray, thank you much.
Judy Anderson Judd.
Okay.
Okay. We
I want to
got
say something to Dave and Sue before I forget. Is that all right?
Yeah,
Sure.
sure. If
We're
they're
recording.
listening.
we are recording, by the
A
way.
couple of weeks ago, I tried to contact you when I saw that Omar Aberdeen married George Soros Jr. out in your old town of Watermill. Did you know that? Did you hear about
Yeah,
that?
but we didn't care.
I just thought, wow.
No, they bought a place from a friend of ours or an acquaintance of ours. And they rebuilt the whole place. It's about 6 acres.
Wow.
And now it's filled with houses and outbuildings. And
So
they
that's
made a
pretty
beautiful-
close. That's pretty close to where your house was then.
let's see, 3 miles.
Wow.
So
Huh.
and then his father has a place right on the ocean, and that's about 10 miles away.
Oh, he's out there too. Wow.
Yeah.
Mm. All right.
Hey, Judy,
Yes, dear.
could you tilt your camera or your screen down a little bit, because we're not, sometimes, a lot of times we're not seeing all of you. Just see if you can center yourself in the screen.
There you
That's-
go. That's better.
That's better. Leave it there. Perfect. Hello.
Hello.
Piece of chocolate. You can glass of water.
So Harold Hines, has winter set in yet?
I'm sorry?
Has winter set in yet?
Oh, Alaska, right.
Is
Should
it
be
cold?
It's just wet out there. It's just wet.
Wet.
It's a little chilly, 40s, but nothing bad.
Wow.
I do look at, I can see the bordering mountains, and about halfway down is white. That's called termination dust.
Oh, is
Because,
that what termination dust is?
yes, it's,
I saw
You
I
see
saw it on
that-
Facebook and I had no idea what they were talking about.
yeah, when you see that white coming down the mountains at you, that means there's about 2 weeks till it's really going to snow.
Oh boy.
You better be packing everything up and cleaning everything out and getting ready, because
Better you than me.
it's going to be harder.
Better you than me. I like it hot.
Yeah, we cooled down in Florida. It's about 82 degrees now only.
Oh,
Yeah, but it's cool today. It's nice
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
today is too cold.
Nice wind. Finally.
It only got up to around 78, maybe 80 today.
I'm gonna finish the salad.
I like it in the high 80s.
We got up to 58 in Maine.
Oh geez.
And this morning when I walked, it was 40 degrees. So it makes you walk faster.
Yeah, it's good. It's
Well, I have no intentions of moving, but if I ever did, it would either be south or some tropical island.
Good call.
Oh, I like it when it cools down here, and I look forward to it. Summer's long.
Plants.
When it gets to be 50, 60, when we have a little frost, then it's a little tough, but that's all right. Some of the people wear, earmuffs and all kinds of stuff because
Well, it's 82 in Tennessee.
There, I got it.
Hey,
Hey, the Kamazis joined.
yeah, where are? Oh, there they are. Hello.
Oh, good, all the usuals.
Or unusuals.
Right, that too. Yeah.
Hey, Judy, did you always have bangs? I almost didn't recognize you.
I change them off, but I did off and on. Yeah, I
Okay,
take them off.
I was
Oh,
saying,
me
who
too.
is this girl here?
Yeah, I've been having a problem with my hair for a while too.
And me.
Me too.
Is it?
That's true of a lot of us.
Jerry and Pat, we loved your pictures.
They were very
Yes.
nice. They were pretty. Good.
I used to kid everybody when they had, showed their bald heads. I said, you ought to get it circumcised. But this.
Well, then you better be careful not rub it too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Notice Dave hasn't taken his hat off.
Yeah, I noticed that. He's afraid of
There it
the.
is.
Oh, it's so bright.
yeah, that's right. I don't want to blind anybody.
I'd rather see that any day than some of these toupees that I see on some men down here once in a while. Oh, they're awful, awful.
I'll move over.
I'm gonna go get my glasses
I'll get them for you. Where are they?
in the bedroom
Oh, you leave it alone.
on the sink.
I just knocked us off the screen.
So how are the Tigers doing?
We hope they're on the upswing again.
Yeah, they had a couple good days, right?
Yeah.
I lost the pictures. I gotta.
Yeah. He's playing with the
We have you.
oh
Hey,
good.
Pat and Jerry, I know you guys.
To you.
Why don't you go out and come in again?
Supposed to go.
We'll see you in a few. We're gonna go out and
Wow.
come back.
Okay.
See if that works.
Out.
Hey, Dave, I can only see 6 pictures up above.
Okay.
Huh.
and that-
Well, put it on gallery. John, switch
Yeah.
to gallery view instead of speaker view.
There.
You should see
Want me to do it?
a little grid.
Little
Yeah.
grid.
You say
We
view.
don't have everybody on here. So
We're back.
That was
Yes,
quick.
Sue.
they said put it on gallery view.
Okay.
Yeah, gallery view, and you'll see everybody.
Look at this, Dave. We took your advice.
I'm close, but I
Oh,
have to be
look at that. They
careful.
lovebirds are together again.
Oh my gosh. Gallery view, huh?
Video.
We won't go that far.
I don't know where the gallery view thing is.
Maybe she.
It's
Yeah,
under view.
Here's
Under
view.
I'm using a computer.
Oh.
It's in the upper right-hand corner, but it could be any place. It's
I
a
see it
little,
up there. There it is.
it's like a grid.
Oh, view.
And if you click
Oh,
on
I
that,
see
I
it.
got you.
choose back.
All right.
All right.
Now, if we get any more people, they won't fit on one page. You'll have to page over to see the others.
Hi, Eleanor.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, Lynn and Tony.
Hello, everybody.
Hey,
Oh.
We're good.
Ah, there's Pat and Jerry.
Let's see.
Okay.
Who's good at making toasts? This is supposed to be a happy hour.
But the drinker is now eating.
Yeah, I'm just eating. too.
John or Mike, what do you want? John, you good at making toast?
I don't have anything, but
Well, how about Mike? You want to make a toast, Mike?
Plus, in a gathering. And in addition to age, the men have all something in common.
Yeah, or lack something in common.
Well, actually,
Cheers.
great to see everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey.
Here's my bottle of soup.
Soup. I've got a white Russian.
Water.
Well, I have that too.
Mike, what are you eating?
Frankly, I prefer the water.
Share with us. What are you eating?
Well, Nancy just brought me dinner, so
She's
chicken,
something else. She's-
chicken, spinach,
Yeah, she's a keeper.
she's-
She's welcome to
pardon
join-
me while I'm eating.
Smells good.
Yeah.
yeah.
Sue and Dave, how did your visit with Cindy go? It was so good to see her.
Oh, she came here. Yes, it was wonderful. And we talk to her pretty regularly. So she's had some health issues that she doesn't usually want to talk about. But she works very hard. She still goes out on the 100 acres there and mows and rakes and whatever.
She works too hard.
Yeah.
She's done an awful lot with that place. The two of them did.
Yeah, the kids are yelling at her all the time, but she lets them know don't
She's
bother
still
me.
horses?
Her daughter,
We saw
her
her.
daughter is not only a world-class beauty, she is such a nice person. It's hard to believe anybody could be that nice.
Yeah, she is out of the world, really.
And Eleanor, I have news for you from Harry. He got his high school diploma and they awarded it to him in I guess some kind of ceremony yesterday.
Really?
No
Yeah.
kidding.
Good,
Who is that?
He's really happy.
Oh, I
Good.
bet.
good.
Who is that?
Who?
Harry,
Olson.
What?
Awesome.
Harry Olson.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good.
he called me, it was a while back or whatever, and I talked to him for quite a while. Johnny said he just talked to him the other day. He said he had trouble understanding him.
Yeah, well, he's sometimes better than others.
Right.
And it's a little rough. I was hoping his wife would come on, Velma, and maybe get him on too. I know he would love to say hello, but
Right.
he was getting me mixed up with Dave Birdsall, but that's okay.
Right.
He had Dave right, but it was good to.
I had sent him pictures from when, because I mean, he half lived at our house, and I had sent some pictures that I had found. We moved, so I've been going through a lot of stuff, and I had sent him pictures that I had of him. He was out mowing our front lawn one day, and I had a picture of that. But
Great.
Hey, that reminds me. Does anybody know Roberta Tacconi?
Sure.
Sure.
Because her email has been disconnected. It's no longer a valid email, and her phone has been disconnected. So either she's no longer with us or she moved and just hasn't given us updated information. I certainly hope it's still there.
Wow.
Well, right.
But if you have any contact with her, any way to contact her, would you put her in touch with me?
Yeah, I think the last time I saw her, she was dancing with Tony Passaro in high school.
But Dave, weren't there two others that you
Yeah,
also
well, one of them,
find?
Wally Roll was one.
Yeah, what's going on there?
I
Really?
don't know,
I
my
didn't know
Camel's
that.
email is not working right. And so I'm sending stuff to Sue. And then there was one other, I forget which it was in the email. But, so one's still definitely missing. One is resolved. And the third one, I don't remember who it was. I don't want to change my screen now, so I'm not going to look at that. But any corrections or additions to the minutes on that directory, please let me know or get people in touch with me. Because that lets us all contact them. That's why when I send these things, I send it with our email addresses in the clear, so that if you want to contact just one person, you have their email.
Mhm.
But don't send just something to me. If you just answer an email to the reunion committee, I'm the only one who's going to see it. So if you want everybody to see it, do reply all.
Is that where I send my new address just to you?
You can do that. I'll
Okay.
correct the directory, and then
Okay.
in a couple of weeks, when everybody has had a chance to give me new stuff, I'll send out a new directory. Or maybe when I send out the link to the recording, because this is all being recorded, I'll put it up on our YouTube channel.
Okay.
Who has a new address, Eleanor?
Yes,
Yeah.
I moved because I know quite a few people who their children don't live in the state. We moved to Florida and the children are up north except for one. So what I did was the house had some structural issues. And so I decided to sell and I moved into the development where my daughter lives. So I just moved to Spring Hill, 20 miles away.
Oh, okay.
I can walk to her house and she can walk down to mine with.
That's nice.
So I said it
That's
makes life much
Hey,
simpler.
at least you can
Sounds like a
still
good move.
walk. At least
Yes.
you can still walk.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
getting around mostly with a walker, and I think I told you maybe the last time I fell back in June, and that set me back months. And now working back towards independence. So like, first I had to go back to 24/7 hot and cold running home health care assistance. Then I started taking 1 day a week with no help. And this weekend, for the first time, I'm going to go 2 days a week, trying to get it back up to 5 days a week with no help. And 2 days a week with somebody to come in and do the wash and, heavy stuff. But it's tough, a fall. Thank God I didn't break my back again. It was a
Yeah.
bad sprain. I couldn't lie down for more than 2 months.
Wow.
I don't recommend sleeping sitting up, let me tell you.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Well, you're one tough cookie, Dave.
Yeah,
I
I'll
Go through
say.
what you went through.
I'm
We
rough
were
and
suffering along with you, but
Wow.
we hope you're doing
Well-
really well.
Yeah.
Well, tomorrow I'm going to the indoor pool with my aide, and then I hope I will be able then to go myself without an aide, which I used to do all the time. But I'm working my way back gradually, and I am rough and I am tough, and I'm going to beat this damn thing.
For
Good.
you.
For
For
you.
you.
Tell me, is your aide cute?
He's a
Please
the
don't.
one I have mostly is a Nigerian national, and he's slim. He's fairly decent looking. I mean, he doesn't turn me on, but that's
Thank God.
That's good to
Enough
know.
of that.
That's good to know.
That could affect your swimming.
But-
Thanks for sharing that, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you something. All summer when it was nice and warm, I could not swim for the same reason that I couldn't lie down in bed. It hurt too damn much if I went over on my side or my back. And now that it's not hurting, I hope I'll be able to swim. I usually swim 20 minutes continuously and then do calisthenics and stuff on the side of the pool. I don't know if I'll make it or not, but we'll see. Try it tomorrow. But tomorrow the pool is crowded because all the kids are there on the weekend. But with any luck, I'll get a clear lane and be able to swim.
That's great.
Good for you.
Good.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. But I'm looking forward to taking 2 days off together. It's a little bit of a challenge, but I've got to start somewhere. And I've been doing 1 day a week for the last 3 weeks or so. It's time to move on.
Wow. So what happened when you fell? I don't remember.
I fell. This was back in June. I was on my own. That was one of my free days. And I went to open my door. I was coming back into the house. And the door stuck. When I pushed on the door, instead of me pushing the door open, I was pushing me backwards. And I fell flat on my back from my height. And, I was afraid maybe I broke it. But fortunately, my phone was in reach. I called the EMTs. They got me up. They wanted to take me to the hospital. I'd still be there waiting for treatment. So I declined the honor. And I went and saw my spine surgeon the next day. He was able to fit me in. And even before the x-rays came back, he said, it's not broken. And sure enough, it was not, thank God. He said, it's a bad sprain and it'll take 6 to 8 weeks to heal. And he was right, it did.
Wow.
But at least it has. And hey, Alan.
Hello.
Buddy.
Hello.
Hello.
Anyway, enough about me. How's the rest of you guys? Alan, what's new with you?
I'm trying to see if I can get my my earbuds to connect through the internet to this instead of it just coming out of the speaker of my iPad. So
Well, it's working fine from our side. We can hear and see you just fine.
audio settings.
Yeah.
No.
That's what I wanted to do.
But no, yeah, you have to, yeah, you have to choose the speaker.
Well, it's on my iPad and I see more. Meeting settings, audio settings, audio
Try
settings.
audio settings.
Okay. Noise removal.
Oh, that's not it. There has to be a way for you to pick which
Where's Jerry?
audio input.
Right here.
Oh, okay.
It
Is-
used to come up, the old Zoom apps used to let me pick how I wanted to listen to the meeting.
Yeah.
It doesn't do that anymore.
What are you using? What type of device?
I'm using a 5-year-old Apple iPad.
Okay, are there any iPad users here that can give Alan some tips?
Oh, wait,
Let's
I
have
see
it.
something on top here. Let me see what that says. AirPlay.
I'm gonna text steady.
If you find a little microphone, that's what you're looking for.
I sent it to her to come on.
What?
Oh, well.
Baby from lunch.
Well, we can hear you fine. Can you hear us through the speakers okay?
Yeah.
We can see you, Alan.
Pardon?
We can see you.
See you.
Dave and Sue can see you.
Yeah.
Can you, I don't know.
Too.
If the phone works, or if I just use the mic and the iPad. Does this sound any better?
No,
Sounds good just the way you are to me.
yeah,
Yeah, you're
Oh,
fine.
fine.
Yeah.
you could put that away, put the earphones away.
Fine.
Okay.
Dave, are you the only one that gets contact or would be contacted in case something happens to one of our other classmates?
Well, if you let me know, I'll pass it on.
Well, I'm just wondering if, because the site that we originally had is done, right?
Right, but the Facebook site is still.
I don't do Facebook.
Okay, then just send the information to me, preferably with a link to a relative or to an obituary, and I'll take care of it from there. Just send it to the reunion committee address. You don't have to send it to Dave Kahn. You can send it to the reunion committee address that you get my announcements from.
Well,
Okay.
but what about, if there's people that say I don't hear from? I mean, what I'm trying to say is, is there a chance that we don't know if somebody is deceased?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a good chance, except Glenn Strachan usually lets me know if he gets anything on the class of 1960. So that's the
Okay.
best we can do there. And I send him stuff if I get stuff before he has it. So we work back and forth. You know, he's got the memorial page. He
Yeah.
took it over. Does a good job.
Okay.
Dave,
minute.
you know who's not here tonight is the other Dave, the one who lives in upstate New York. I can't remember his last
Dave
name.
Russo.
Dave Russo.
Yeah, he's usually always on.
I don't know. Yes, he usually is.
Mhm.
You know who else, now that you mentioned that, Eleanor, I'm thinking of, he still lives in Wantor. I had his name.
Yes, he's the only
John.
one who still lives in one.
John.
Scuderi.
John
What about
Scuderi.
John Scuderi.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
He doing too well there a while back.
he's suffering right now, both personally and grieving.
Yeah, he recently lost his wife.
I
Yeah.
think that was back in June also. So it's still very
okay.
fresh and raw, and he's had his own physical challenges.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we've been in touch. He's been he's part of our committee, so he's been on occasionally. And I was hoping he would come today, but I don't want to press it too hard.
Mhm.
How many are on the email list, Dave?
Oh, geez.
I didn't know if you had a count.
A lot.
Wait,
It's a big list.
About 90. Just a minute. Can tell you. Wanto High School. All right. I have got, this is going to be approximate. I've got around 60 members of the class.
I don't know.
And then I've got from 66
I'm
to
afraid.
105. And I got about 35, 40 friends of our class.
Okay.
But from a class of 215, I think we had. I've got
232.
We had that many?
232.
If
I
you
thought it
say
was
so.
217. That's always stuck in my mind, but I'd be wrong.
Who knows? Whatever it is, I've only got information on around 60, 60, 61.
So on your email, your recent email, Dave, I saw Wally Roll's email address.
Oh,
Have
that
you been in
was it.
touch with?
Yeah,
Have you
that's
been in touch with
bouncing.
him?
That's bouncing.
Wow.
So if you can get in touch with Wally,
Oh, I see.
Spring.
I need an updated email address and anything else that's changed.
He was out west somewhere, wasn't he? Colorado or something like that?
Idaho.
We talked to him this year. I mean,
Yeah.
earlier this year.
He always called around Christmas, and this year he didn't, or last year. I
He's
guess.
in Idaho, or was it?
And we called him.
Yeah, I have him down in Idaho.
Right.
Yeah.
Idaho Falls, I believe.
She said not this time, but.
Post Falls.
Post Falls, that's it. Yeah.
Tony and Lynn,
Anyhow.
did you ever see him? Did you ever go there?
No,
No,
So nobody's really seen him all these years.
no.
no.
Yeah, that's something else, huh?
We've encouraged him to get on these things and he won't do it.
Yeah,
Cindy's on.
He never wanted to
At
go to
least if
reunions
I-
either.
If we can at least get his current email and address and share it, then people can get in touch privately with him. He doesn't,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't have an email for him, but I have a phone number.
well, why don't you give him a call and see if you can reach him?
Yeah,
Can you do that, Tony?
Well, he won't sign on to this, I can guarantee it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
Cindy-
asking him to, but at least let's update the directory so
Well, it
people
makes
can-
me wonder, the fact that you said his email bounced. That if he doesn't answer the phone,
Well, he has a wife too,
Yeah,
Vicky.
Vicky.
yeah, we talked to him this year. I don't remember when, after Christmas,
Mhm.
because we
Okay, well,
thought, oh, we didn't hear
see
from
what
him.
you, see what you can dig up. I'm not forcing him to come online, but
Yeah,
I would like to have the directory information updated. So
yeah,
that if people and he want to exchange personal communication, they'd be able to.
sure.
And I'd
Yeah,
love it
just-
if he did come online, but that's okay. I know some people don't like to.
Cindy visited him many years ago.
Cindy and Tom.
Cindy and Tom did,
Yeah.
yeah, Tom Pescott. And then his sister actually visited us,
Right.
was
in
at
the
our
watermill.
house, at Watermill,
Ah,
oh,
Wow.
really?
yeah,
And then Vinnie Canusio came over,
he came
same
over.
day.
No,
Well, that's a long time ago
yeah,
now,
I was
though.
gonna say,
Yeah.
that's gotta be a while ago.
yeah.
Yeah, Vinnie's gone a long time already.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he used to date her, I guess, and as soon as he heard she was there, he was over in a heartbeat. It was really fun.
Hey, speaking about Cindy again, does she,
Yeah.
does she still have horses?
Yes. What, 3? I think she has 3
Yes,
now.
3. And they're all old, so it goes day to day.
Hey, Mike, are you still in Maine?
Yes, I am.
For,
Only for a couple more weeks.
okay,
We get out of here around the 18th.
oh, that's about when we're leaving Charlottesville. We're going to Charlottesville Wednesday,
This Wednesday, and you're
Yeah.
staying down there for what, a week and a half or what?
about a week.
about a week.
Things are kind of up in the air. Olivia's up here with Nancy. They just got up here. And Olivia has to leave Monday, going to Arizona on business. And then she's going to a wedding in Morocco.
Wow.
And so we don't know. So we have 2 cars up here. Nancy doesn't want to drive back to Virginia. So Olivia usually gets that task. So we're kind of in limbo. If anything, I wind up closing up the place and I'll be here until the 18th. But if I leave early, I'll leave early.
And where do you go,
Hi,
where do you go back to?
Campbell.
Charlottesville, Virginia.
Oh,
That's where we see Tony and Lynn.
so who's there, Tony and Lynn?
Our son,
One of your sons?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
And I
Nice.
see,
And David, his granddaughter is there.
Yeah.
That's right.
and I go to the, I
Our
go to
daughter's
the
there now,
airport
too.
and I
Hey,
meet
guys,
Tony and Lynn
Mary
at
can't
the
get us
airport.
on.
Right.
Mary, can you hear us?
There's
Mary,
Mary.
can you hear us?
Hi.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, Mary.
How are you all? How are you all? Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, our
Good to see
daughter's
you.
in Charlottesville now, too. They have a
Hello,
parents
Casey.
formal,
Oh, what?
a parents formal.
Oh,
They
wow.
just sent us a picture, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Whatever they have to do, yeah.
How many grandchildren do you have, Dave? And so, how many grandchildren?
We have 7, 8, or 9.
What is it, change daily?
That's a great
Yeah,
answer.
that's good. I'm proud of you. Dave.
That we know about.
Yeah,
How's
that,
that?
yeah, that we know of.
You even know the names.
I'm up to 7 great grandkids.
Yeah,
I don't
Mike,
have any.
7 great
Mike's been very
grandkids.
proactive.
Yeah,
That's a
And
great
I have
grandkid.
10
My-
grandchildren.
my 5-year-old great grandkid, Hazel, she comes up to me and she says, "Why are you a great grandpa?"
And you say because I'm great.
Yeah.
Because I'm wonderful.
I'm
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute.
Well, Eleanor, you and I became great grandmas like days apart.
Days apart, yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, my
great.
first great grandchild.
yeah.
When was that? How
Ours
long
too.
ago was
Ours
that?
too. Now we have the second one.
Congratulations, guys.
A
That's
boy or a girl, Eleanor?
A great grandson, a girl. But it's my grandson, and he had a daughter.
okay.
Well,
No,
I have 10
congratulations.
Thank you. It was different. It was a different experience. I have yet to see the baby.
I
Oh,
can't wait
Oh.
I can't
Where are
wait
they
for
at?
that to happen.
Delaware.
Delaware.
None of my grandchildren are married yet. The oldest is 23, the youngest is 15. I got 6 of them.
Oh,
So
my.
Well,
we'll see.
I
I'd like to
yeah.
live to see be a great grandma though.
have 10,
Pretty
and
neat.
those of them who are of age, none of them seems interested in reproducing, so I may not make it to great grandpa.
Oh, that's too bad. We need more kids.
Yeah, we do.
Yep.
Tell
Well,
them
I
not to
have
be so
by
selfish.
marriage, so that's good for me. 'Cause
Yeah.
I
What did you
didn't
say,
have-
Mary?
Huh?
What did you say?
I said I have them by marriage.
Oh, okay.
Fred has 3
That
daughters,
counts.
and they each, or 2 of them have children, and one of them got married recently, and wonderful. It's just great to have that in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Great.
is. Yep.
Lucky me.
Mary,
How's
if you
Fred doing?
if you can tilt your camera down a little bit, we'll see you better.
Well, I don't really know how to do that. I need
Okay.
a new.
Something on your chair.
That's the way
Well,
to go.
There you
Yeah,
go.
That's good. You're doing
That's
better.
better.
You did it.
Oh, sit on a pillow.
Something in the back here. I have to get a new computer anyway because.
So,
That's good.
That's good.
Mary, how-
That's very good.
Mary,
Yeah.
how is
Okay, I have to
Mary
get a new
Campbell?
computer anyway because Microsoft and it's dead
Mary,
after a few weeks.
Mary, how's Fred? How's he
What?
doing? How's Fred
Fred?
doing?
He's great downstairs with the dog watching Fox TV.
hey,
Yeah,
Mary,
he's
how,
great. He's great. We were
Mary,
just down there. We're going on a cruise in January, Holland America. So he was just showing me the floor plan of our cabin, and we're thinking about where we want to have dinner the first night and all of that. We just love cruising. I told him, I said, years ago, we should have been one of those influencers that go on cruises and chit chat about it because we're certainly going on cruises all the time. Which is
Pat
great.
and Jerry are going on one next week, right?
Who?
Pat and Jerry Pardone, who's up in the corner
Oh.
there.
Okay. Oh, okay.
They're going on a cruise next week.
Oh, that's great.
Going on a river cruise.
That's what I did this summer with my daughter. Where are you going?
Switzerland, Basel, Switzerland to Amsterdam.
Oh,
What,
nice.
That's a
what's
good
the
one.
ship?
Wonderful.
What ship is it? What line?
AMA Waterway.
Ah, they're great. That's the one I did about 6 years ago. This year we did the Viking, and Amma Waterways I liked much better. Yeah, good. Good for you. That's the one I did actually about 6 years ago. Wonderful. Enjoy. The only thing I don't like is that trip over to Europe, the plane. I suffer terrible from jet lag.
And you're leaving from the East Coast. We're leaving from LA.
Oh, my.
Wow.
Oh,
So Jerry, Pat, I chair these 2 committees, the New Netherland Institute, which is actually out of Albany, New York, and the other one is the Dutch American group that I created. So I got about 30 Dutch historical organizations, etc. I had a call this morning, and I have people from the New Holland Society out of Amsterdam that joined the call. And when we were talking about South Street Seaport in New York, they've got a big museum scheduled of a miniaturized 1660 New York they're going to put on display on the 4th of July in Manhattan. So I told them I'd meet them and take them all to Delmonico's, Delmonico steaks, and baked
great.
Alaska.
not on your Gilder, I hope.
Good for you.
In Manhattan. So any of you want to join, make reservations. We'll meet in Manhattan.
I think
Get
we'll
on to
hold to that.
Delmonico's.
next year in July, do you know who might be the new mayor? We might not even have that anymore.
Oh, that's right.
Delmonico's opened in 1837 in Manhattan. It's the oldest professional restaurant in the U.S.
It's a wonderful
Mike?
place.
Oh, it's great.
Great
Mike,
for dinner. Yes,
Mike-
it is.
Mike,
I
you
used to
didn't,
eat
is.
there every Tuesday.
hey, Mike, you didn't make it sound like you were treating them, did you?
Yes, yes, it is.
Yeah, I chair both committees.
And all of us, and all of us do.
And I'm only
deserve
25%
it.
Dutch, but Vanderwood, they just brought me on. So now I have to say Van de Walde, from the woods, right? But I didn't want to tell them I was born in Brooklyn.
Yeah, me too.
I was born in Manhattan.
I was born in Brooklyn.
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 Brooklyn was
New
actually a Dutch farm
Brooklyn was
named
busy.
Brooklyn,
That's right.
and so was the Bronx.
I was born in the
They're
Bronx.
both Dutch farmers.
It was Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
And Greenwich Village was Peter Stuyvesant's farm.
That's right.
You see, you got all that information now.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah, where was everybody born? What about you, Dave?
Me,
Time.
Which
Well,
day?
yeah.
I was born in a cave.
What at Jones Beach?
No, that's because almost everybody said Brooklyn. I said the Bronx.
I was Queens.
Queens. Tony was Queens.
Yeah, I was Queens too.
now Jerry and Pat just went and sent pictures. Did everybody get those pictures from
Oh, they
Jones
were
Beach?
fabulous.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
they
Well,
were.
It really looks the same.
Yeah.
Great.
Yes,
Does.
it does.
Brings back all those memories.
Well,
Third
what's
basket on the left.
interesting is
Does the
James
pool,
is
does the pool still
Right.
look the same?
John, it was right. John Jones. What was his name?
Pat,
John,
Pat,
From-
Pat Pardoin, we can barely hear you.
Yeah, turn up the volume.
Any way you can turn the mic up or?
I'm gonna let Jerry, Jerry was the one who took all the pictures, so I'm gonna let him.
Okay, but we got to hear you better.
We were so impressed with Jones Beach after not having been there for quite a number of years. It just looked beautiful.
Wow.
Such a beautiful day and everything was pristine and
I gotta go look at that.
memories.
Did you check the fourth basket down from field 4? We used to bury the formaldehyde there so you could get into the pool.
It was,
Right.
Oh my God.
I was going to ask if you can still reach behind the Coke machine and push the button to get a free one.
I don't think so, Tony.
Looking for Mickey Simmer.
Well, that plaque
You need
was something
Tony
that
to Gregorio to give you tickets.
Yeah. I think Chip Siglanger is the one that buried the formaldehyde. I don't know where the hell he got it from, but that was Chip, right?
What do you
No.
use the
Oh, yeah.
what do you use the formaldehyde for?
Because you had that aqualite when you went into the pool.
Right.
Yeah,
The formaldehyde had the same effect.
Smith's
So
Funeral
you
Home.
wet the palm of your hand, stick it in the machine, and you got in the pool.
it came from Schmidt's Funeral Home in Seaford. That's who it came from. But the interesting thing, Dave, all the years he spent at the beach, he never saw that plaque before, Jerry, that you guys had the picture of.
Yeah.
And
He
I
wasn't there. He wasn't there.
And I had to look up because I knew Dave always said the Birdsalls had something to do with the Jones. And it turned out Benjamin Birdsall was married to
Free Love Jones.
Free Love Jones. So
Wow.
somehow there was a connection.
He was a colonel in the Revolutionary War.
Oh my
Which
God.
side?
Wow.
Which side, of course, the good side. The good side.
Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Now, whoever figured out that the formaldehyde would do that? I mean,
Probably Chippy.
Probably Chip.
Never even heard of that.
The funeral home people, whoever, but I remember going to a party there where people were hiding in the caskets. So
Wow. Oh my.
Oh, Sue.
oh my God. You
I
can't make
wish-
that up.
I wish I had saved the driver's license that Chippy made for some of us. The guy was an amazing artist. He could copy
Yeah.
New York State driver's license like it was he'd taken a picture of it.
Really?
We talked to him recently. He recently retired.
Really?
Yeah, he was
What was he?
Lockheed Martin or
Yeah.
one of those. Then he was a test pilot. Then he became an advisor. And
I
yeah,
remember he was flying commercially for a while too. I swore to him
Yeah.
on a plane he was flying.
right.
Then he did some crash investigations and
Yeah, he did all kinds of
yeah, he came on.
consulting. He became a consultant, and he just recently retired. He's in West Virginia.
Wow.
Wow.
He doesn't have enough to do, he said.
Now,
How come he never got involved in any of the reunions or get on
He
that?
did. He did, and he got bored, he said, and he never came back. He came a couple times and did not enjoy it. I don't know why. I think
Oh.
you're very enjoyable.
Huh. Interesting.
do you
So-
know where in West Virginia?
Let me
I
see
don't
what I have on the
He's on Facebook.
Yep, that's where we
Yeah.
first met him. And had some funny
Morgantown.
conversations.
I have him, Morgantown.
I think it's Morgantown.
Morgantown.
They're
Okay.
real close to the university.
Hmm.
Well, unless he's moved, he's in Morgantown.
Okay.
Interesting.
We just got back from a trip to upstate New York. We were on a 6-day bus tour of the color in the Adirondack Mountains, and we wound up stopping at Lake Placid was one of the places we
Yeah.
and saw all the Olympic stuff, and it was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it was.
That's neat.
Miracle.
Yeah.
Miracle, that's
Yeah.
right. Saw that ice. There was guys playing on it. We got to play a little
Curling.
curling, you know.
Curling.
Wow.
That's rough. Those suckers weigh 50 pounds. They do. You can't just pick them up and chuck them down the ice.
How long a trip was it?
6 days.
6
Yeah,
days.
that's
Where
nice.
else did you go?
It was
What?
He just said,
Where
like,
else did you go beside Lake Placid?
We went to Fort Ticonderoga. Went
Oh,
to
that's
James-
fabulous.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, that
terrific.
was awesome.
Yes, it
There's
is.
a lot of history there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's
Lovely.
excellent. We went and the last day we were in Jamestown and went to the Lucille Ball Desi Arnaz Museum.
oh, wow. That must
It
have
was
been
phenomenal.
fun.
It was
phenomenal.
really fun. And then in the afternoon, the National Comedy Center is in Jamestown. And he said it's kind of like like Cooperstown is to baseball, this is to comedy. And
Wow.
we had the whole
Nice.
place to ourselves. There were 20 of us on the tour, and that day they were closed, but they opened it for us. And so we had the whole place for 2 hours, right?
Oh, at least,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that was a neat surprise.
Wow, what a great trip.
It was really,
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
terrific. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Our
James-
grandson was
is
playing in
Jamestown-
Cooperstown this year. And
What's
they
that?
had
is
our
Jamestown-
son Ike's son was, they had a tournament, a baseball tournament in Cooperstown that we went to.
Oh, nice.
And,
Cooperstown is great.
Cooperstown.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was very, very difficult for our age group to get up and down the mountain to where the baseball fields were.
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lynn,
So-
is Jamestown near Binghamton?
Not me. It was on our way home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't get to college baseball, as you know, Pardones, but we did get to a Little League championships this year. We had never been before. We had never been there before.
Yeah, we
That's
saw
pretty
the
neat.
semifinal game. Yeah,
Wow,
between
terrific.
And who won?
Taipei.
Taipei.
Yeah.
Oh my
And
gosh.
then on Sunday, they won the whole thing. Yeah.
Is this Little League?
Yep.
Yeah.
Little League
Yeah.
World Series.
Yeah,
It was
Williamsport is the
Pat and
place for that.
Jerry. Have you
Yeah.
been there? Pat and Jerry?
We watched it on TV.
It's pretty neat.
It was
Yeah.
amazing.
Very.
There's all this, they don't charge for seating. You can, it's all free. The food, you pay for the food, but, and the food was inexpensive, but it's so well organized. The kids are great. It was really fun. A nice museum on the site. Yeah, it was good.
Where was
They're
that?
unbelievable. players for 12-year-olds.
They are good. I
Yeah.
mean, they're,
They're really good. The pitching is outstanding.
oh my gosh, and double plays like the professionals.
Those kids from
Right.
Top Bay were awesome.
Yeah, that was,
Probably better than the professionals.
Yeah.
More fun to watch.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Tell about the football game.
Well, thanks to Pat and Jerry, we went to Ole Miss with them this past
I
weekend.
wondered if you were there. I saw it on TV and I thought of you both.
Yeah, that was pretty
Oh.
exciting.
Very.
If this might be a good opportunity, if we can hear Pat and Jerry, they had a proposal to make to us, but I can't hear you guys. Nope.
I don't know why, we could hear them.
The pictures were just a means of trying to get a discussion going regarding future reunions. It's difficult to get all the class within a year. Combining a class of two helps out. And I thought, what the heck? Try and get maybe 3 or 4 classes together. And I thought, well, this venue at Jones Beach looked like a nice location. They showed a wedding per person was $137, and I thought possibly do something for maybe half that for a large group. But it was just a thought, just to try and get the ball rolling on, let's say, number one, multiple classes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds wonderful. Wherever
Yeah, sounds
it is,
great.
I'll come.
Jerry, I have a question for you. Where at Jones Beach is this Gatsby's located?
West Bath House.
Oh
That's
boy.
field 4.
Okay, now that there's a problem of accessibility. To walk in from the parking field at 5 is a long walk if you just have a walker.
Well, then you will get some golf carts or something,
We could
maybe.
arrange golf course. You'll hire.
They do have a lot.
Because I know I could not make it.
Well, then maybe they have golf carts. They may have some golf carts or something there that they use for
Sure.
stuff that we could
And then
use that. Or they could-
I assume because of the law, the place itself is probably accessible. Also, that $137, what it said was $13,750 for up to 100 people. So it may, if you have fewer people, it may be a lot more expensive.
First of all, that was a wedding, and it seemed like, I thought I saw the bulletin board that if you went over, let's say for 10 people, it was gonna still be at the same rate. I know 137 is an astronomical number, but I just thought that for something that's gonna be less than a wedding, I thought we might be able to get that for maybe 50 years.
Or we don't have to have an open bar. We could have.
Certainly they gotta have a senior citizen rate.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what? I would think with everybody in their 80s, they gotta have some consideration. And they don't need a cart, they probably need a school bus.
It is a good rate. It's a good rate.
And that was the wedding.
Well, we certainly can inquire and find out about all those details.
Yeah.
And if we can't get a golf cart, we'll get a wheelbarrow.
Right, anything. I just think we should all meet again, would be great.
Somewhere, anywhere, and people
Somewhere.
can come.
Well,
There is a parking lot right next to the West Bath House that they could utilize like a handicap parking lot.
Oh, there is a little thing there.
Yeah, there is.
I don't know how you get to it, but maybe it's for off season, so maybe they would let us.
I think
Pat and Jerry, do you want to give them a call and find out what it's like?
Can you move the screen?
That's a long distance call from us.
No.
Long distance call, yeah. You don't have to make it person to person.
So Mary, your husband is watching the Fox channel. I'll share with you. tell him I'm on the 21st of October. I'm
Yeah.
having lunch with Frank Bisignano, who's the head of Social Security Administration. He and I were peers at Solomon Smith Barney. He ran operations, I ran technology. So he's got some issues at Social Security and he wants to talk to me. So I'm meeting him in Baltimore on the 21st. So that's
Wow.
kind of neat.
Sounds impressive.
And Mike's going to guarantee that all our social security checks will remain in force.
Is right.
Oh, there's no problem with that.
Well, we should get a little increase, do you think? Would be nice.
Yes,
Yeah.
we will.
Mike will take care of it, Mary. Just put it in your
Yeah.
request.
Okay, Mike. We're
No tax,
counting on
no
you,
tax
Mike.
on it
That's it, right.
anymore.
Well, I'm still consulting at Homeland Security with weapons of mass destruction. So if you
Good
need
for
something
you.
in the alternative, we got that as well. Right?
Yeah, good.
Is that why you're hiding out in Maine?
Kiss butt, honey.
It has to hide me. Yeah.
Mike, are you the one blowing up all those boats off of Venezuela?
Yeah, do you like my aim?
Yeah, I
that-
like
I
it.
can't
I like
believe
Another
who's
one
ever
today.
shooting there is got good aim.
That's why he's up in Maine. They think what he's firing is just.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, what
No,
happened?
I'm helping first responders. I'm not doing bombs and boats. So high risk urban areas, New York, Philly, Chicago, all that jazz.
Yeah. Grand Blanc.
Cape Con.
You know, Mike, it is a little scary that if you're doing weapons of mass destruction, that you are holding out in the woods of Maine and the rest of us are in
Yeah.
populated areas.
That's it. There's a purpose, right? And I'm in a sanctuary. So when I walk in the morning, like this morning, I walk 4 miles and I don't see another car or another person. I talk to wild turkeys.
You took a
They
shower?
follow me.
Isn't it lonely? Isn't it lonely?
Oh, yeah, but I love it.
No.
I have great conversations with myself. I get no talk back, no pushback. I tell myself a lot of jokes.
You get no good answers either.
Yeah.
All the answers he agrees with.
Do you remember the punchline to your own jokes?
Yeah, right. Here's a funny story I'll share with you. Eleanor heard it, and I think you heard it too, Dave. But my retired cardiologist turned out to be a very close friend. He passed away about a month ago, and he was 102. And he had clots in his legs, and he was in the hospital. And he told his daughter to go to the food store, to the fish counter, get a 2-pound lobster, not in the tank and not frozen. Speak to the head of the seafood and tell him it's for me. And I want the 2-pound lobster. Cook it and bring it to me in the hospital. She brought him the lobster, and he said, "I'm going to eat this." And he said, "Because I'm going to die tomorrow." And he ate the lobster, just the claws. The next morning he checked out of the hospital, and that night he died.
Wow.
I'm talking about predictions, right? Sharp as a tack, but get me the lobsters, my last meal. Tomorrow I'm going to die. And he did.
Wow.
102.
102?
102.
Something else.
102.
Jerry, were you trying to talk before?
Yeah, Dave Kahn, I will make I'll make a phone call to Zach Bees and try and find out some of the issues that you brought up and just sort of get back.
That'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be
Because
great.
I'm all in favor of it. And I
Oh.
like the idea that we're at least in the Wantor area. I don't want to
Yeah.
make a trip to someplace I don't know. And the last time we tried that, we could not get critical mass. In Wantor, we might be able to.
Maybe. That would be good.
Yep.
Multiple classes.
As long as you don't do it in the winter.
Well,
Oh, no.
be off season
September, October would be the days I would sort of float with them because
next year.
next year, yeah, of course. And it seems-
October's too cold for people in the south.
Yeah, October does get cold up there.
It does.
Yeah, Jerry, call the JBH and see if they do happy hour.
September's good.
Okay, guys, take care. Have a happy Halloween, happy Thanksgiving, and I'll talk to you and see you
Judy.
Take
soon.
care, Judy.
Take care. Love you all.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
Nice to see you, Judy.
Same here.
Bye.
Same here. If I can get this off now, I got so many screens here. I don't know what I'm doing. There we go.
Just here.
So what time of year you think that'd work out best to go there?
We were there in, after Labor Day, and I think, what?
That'd probably be the best time.
Well, they have restrictions on it. It's only during the off season, whatever that is. It's between 1 month and another month. They had it was on the sign. I don't have it in front of me right now.
Yeah.
We were
I
there.
think maybe
Labor Day, so,
Well, sometimes it's not warm enough though, you know?
Hey, Jerry, find out what's the earliest we could have it.
Okay.
Because we have Mary, who's a Southern Belle now, who's concerned about her delicate condition. By the way, Mary,
How,
Yeah,
how
it doesn't
about,
matter. Mary's
how
still
about
drinking.
May before Memorial Day? I thought that would be a good time of year to go there.
what's
That
that?
sounds good, Dave.
No, no,
Yeah,
you want to,
Mary-
it might not be warm enough, you know, if you want to go swimming or something.
Oh, no.
I mean, forget. Yeah.
Mary Campbell, how do you keep looking so young, and where is this picture that's getting older and older?
Well, I just have to thank my ancestors. And don't forget, I'm part American Indian.
Oh, well, that helps.
Maybe that helps. I don't
That
know.
explains a lot, Mary.
It does. It does. I mean, I just look the way I look.
What percentage American Indian?
Let's see. A quarter. I'm a quarter.
Some tribes will let you enroll at that.
Well, you know, I did tell my mother years ago when I found out about it, I said, Mommy, you know, you could, because she's 50%, I said, you could get in on all of those freebie things for all the
Yeah.
gambling. And she said, Mary, that's not for me. She said, I have everything. That's for people that have nothing. And
What tribe are you with?
Mohawk.
Oh, wow.
From the Sugar Bush Valley in New York.
Uh-huh.
Yes, which so I know.
Well, I must be too, because my ancestors belonged to the Schmohawk tribe.
Oh, different. But my dad, don't forget, my dad was born in Scotland, and
Oh,
he migrated when he was 12. Came here, his family came, his parents, everyone came. And a little story: he came, he was 12 years old, so he went to, they bought a brick house. I mean, they had means, and they bought a brick house in Brooklyn. So after the first day that my father went to school, his mother says, Robert, did you enjoy school today? He said, no, I didn't. She said, why? He said, they laughed at me because I was wearing a skirt. Of course he wore his kilt to school. So she said, well, what do they wear in this country? She said, they wear pants. She said, come with me. And she took him down to the local tailor, and she had pants made. So the next day she said, Robert, did you enjoy school today? He said, yes. I was the only one besides the teacher that had long pants. The rest of them all had the knickers. So
You can't win.
nice little story.
Well, you know, you might, Mary, you might be eligible for British citizenship, which could be valuable if this country goes down the tubes.
That's okay. If it's going down the tubes, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm not.
We-
moving. This is it for me.
We have a kilt story because our son coached baseball here and had a horrible season, but he told the kids he went to Scotland on business, and he said, if you guys get us in the playoffs, I'll wear a kilt. And they won the playoffs. And we swear
Yeah,
it was
but-
because of the kilt. It made such a hit with all the kids.
Well, dude, those kilts are very sexy looking on guys. I have to tell you. There was a let's see, in Savannah, which is nearby. And we would go for dinner. There was a Scottish bar and restaurant. And these guys were really, wow, they were great. And they all had kilts. It just suited them.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
There is a joke about the Scotchman that falls asleep under a tree, and
Yeah.
these young girls walk by and they want the answer to the proverbial question: what does a Scotchman have under his kilt?
Absolutely.
They
Nothing.
walk over and they lift the kilt up and they find out what's under there, and they place a red ribbon right there, and he wakes up and he sees this red ribbon, and he says, "I don't know where you've been or what you've done, laddie, but I'm sure glad you got first prize."
When you were talking about the Little League Championship in Williamsport, I read an article in the USA Today from the sports writer about the Little League Championship. So I kind of sat down and I wrote him an email, a letter, which, if you don't mind, can I read to you folks?
Sure.
His name was Steve Borelli. He's the sports writer for USA Today newspaper online. So I wrote, "Dear Steve, reliving my 2 years playing Little League baseball in 1953 and 1954 seems to come alive watching the Little League championships from Williamsport each summer. The Belmore, grew up in Belmore. The Belmore Long Island Little League was officially incorporated as a not-for-profit organization on August 28, 1952. And I had the opportunity to play in those first years beginning in 1953. Those summers of 1953 and 1954 still live in my mind as if they happened yesterday. Our field wasn't fancy. It was a leased vacant field from the Long Island Lighting Company, in patches of grass and dusty dirt, with bases that had seen plenty of wear. I laced up my high-top sneakers, pulled on my uniform with our sponsor's name, Brooks, Meadowbrook Lumber Company, stitch across the chest, and ran out to join my teammates, full of energy and pride. After the games, nothing felt better than stopping by the nearby deli. I can still see the old cooler filled with ice, reaching in for a frosty bottle of soda and feeling it sweat in my hand before taking that first sip. Those little rituals, sodas, laugh, and dusty sneakers, were as much a part of the season as the games themselves. Our coach did more than teach us baseball. He showed us how to handle winning without boasting and losing without hanging our heads. Looking back, those lessons were just as important as the hits or strikeouts. And we were lucky enough to taste success, champions in both 1953 and 1954. The trophies may be gone, but the sounds of cheering parents, the rough dirt underfoot, and the bond with my teammates have never left me. Those were the summers I'll never forget. That's why I love Williamsport every summer. It makes an 83-year-old senior feel young again."
Very good.
Nice. That was awesome.
Did he publish it?
No, but he wrote me back saying, "Thank you for your story. I really appreciate it."
Yeah.
Great. That was great.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you the joke we heard today from a friend. What's the difference between in-laws and outlaws?
Nothing.
Somebody has a gun.
Outlaws are wanted.
The other day, I was curious about our old high school, who they were playing in football. And I saw a bunch of towns that we never played. So I was curious as to why Wantagh wasn't playing the same teams that they used to play back when we were going to high school. Well, Wantagh is now in Division III. And teams like Massapequa and those other bigger schools are in Division One. So we never get, the people today don't get to play the teams that we used to know back in the 1960s.
Wow. The school's a lot smaller now, I think.
Well, I checked for Wantagh High School enrollment, and there were 900 students in Wantagh in 2024, and there were 224 seniors. Is that about what we had when we were?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The same size almost.
Yeah.
So our school didn't grow, but there's 1,400 students in Massapequa.
Wow.
Wow.
We have 2 high schools. So.
And
they
what about,
combine-
what about Seaford?
Massapequa was a league above ours.
Yeah.
Big West 2 high schools? I never knew that.
Yeah.
But yeah, all the teams we used to play have grown in size, and Wantagh's remained the same. That's why they put us in Division 3. But I didn't recognize any of the teams anymore. Like Beth Page is in there. We played Beth Page, and a lot of teams or a lot of towns I don't even know.
Wow.
Interesting.
Wow.
Kate, whatever happened to the lawsuit about changing the
Yeah, I was wondering, does anybody
logo?
have the information?
I don't know. They started talking about Massapequa, and Wantagh got mentioned as well, and I never heard any result. I mean, that was all bad news. I happened to be on the school board here in Ypsilanti, the Ypsilanti Braves, when somebody came and wanted us to change the name, and we just basically said, you know, see ya, go talk to somebody else. So she went to Eastern Michigan University. They were the Hurons, another Indian tribe from out here, and they changed their name.
Oh, they did.
And it's kind of stupid.
That whole thing
Wantagh's
was a bunch of
Wantagh's
nonsense.
Wantagh's Indian tribe came from the North Shore, crossed the Long Island Sound and created it, Wantagh. That's how Wantagh developed. And I forget the name of the Indian tribes, probably Wantagh Indians or something like that. But that's how Wantagh was
Wantagh was the
established.
chief. Wantagh was the chief.
Yeah,
Well, it's absurd.
yeah. We had Indian when we.
You try to honor people, and they want you to take away the honor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Next
and
door
they
citizen.
all feel honored by doing that. We had Indians testify here about that from the Huron tribe and ancestors, and said we're not offended by it. We think it's an honor to be remembered that way. But they had these clowns on either the school board or the trustees at Eastern Michigan at the time, and they just caved. You know.
That's
You say
crazy.
you'd have to change Merrick Road, Sunrise Highway, all of
Yeah.
those
You'd have to
things,
change
reference points, right?
Don't forget Guinea Woods Road, right?
Right.
Everybody, I mean, you know, it got its name because guineas, the golden guineas were always found on that road. And then all of a sudden, the Italian community decided that it was not politically correct and they wanted to change the name. And that was 30 years ago, 40 years ago. I can't remember. Does anyone else remember that?
No.
I remember it.
I never
Jerry,
heard.
Jerry Hallgren from our class sent out petitions. She really fought for that because she's still in Wantagh. So I don't know. I know that some other government people were getting involved to try and keep it, you know, warriors and
And Trump even got involved.
yeah, Trump said he was going to get involved. So
Is Jerry still with us?
Yes.
yes,
Oh, good.
After
Because
an
she had been horribly sick.
unbelievable what happened to her. Unbelievable. Like 4 surgeries in a row.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, it was crazy.
But Jerry and Pat got to see her this fall.
They got to visit.
Great shape. Tony Kamazi, I have a Stanford Indian house, Stanford some stupid watching tree.
Can't hear you.
Yeah.
Stanford, I have a Stanford Indian button, but Stanford got changed to a stupid tree.
Right. They're a tree. Yeah.
Yeah,
What is this? I
Jan-
couldn't.
Stanford, yeah.
Stanford?
Unlike the anteaters.
Change that name.
Yeah, really.
Anyway,
Harold, how you doing over there?
yeah, Harold.
I'm being quiet. That's because
Harold.
I
Harold,
haven't.
You getting ready for winter right now?
No. I'm still
Harold?
in Alaska.
Harold, this is Mary. Do you remember that every time that we all lined up in the gym, girls and boys to dance, you and I were the same height and we always were put together? Do you remember that? I do.
I'll add that to my mistake list that I left without doing something about that.
Oh, it was always fun.
I've been in Alaska basically most of my life since we were together in high school. And I'm still here, and I'm probably going to die here, it looks like, when the time comes. But I have had an amazing amount of changes during this year. Dave, I also had sort of some of the age stuff got me, but in particular, a little earlier in the year, I did what you did. I took a fall, and I fell hard on my left side, and I just bruised the hell out of it, broke an arm. And none of that was bad unto itself, but it turns out that when you bruise yourself like that, you screw up all the other functions in your body, all the organs in that. They have. Sorry. Okay. And that's where I ended up. So this year I kind of ended up backing up. I backed up to the point where I was driving all the time. I've kind of stopped driving at this point. I can probably drive okay. And I get around mobility. I can't walk. I can walk behind a walker. I can walk or I have a wheelchair. I'm sitting here right now in a wheelchair just because it's easy to get around and faster and less energy. So all that kind of derailed to the point where falling became the risk element in my life, frankly. I got to the point where I wasn't going to die of a lot of other things, but I had a very good chance I'd fall down and do something myself that would kind of write the end point. So I actually sold my house in Anchorage. I'll send you the new address. I'm not leaving Alaska, but it's gone. I'm still, a widower. I'm still a lot of other things that I was, and that. But right now, my focus is frankly just getting back to a little bit of personal mobility. And that's all.
This is Mary. Don't you have any PT where you are that you could get yourself up and exercise from the wheelchair and work on your mobility a little?
Sure.
I think you should do that.
Well, because I also have a bad right knee.
Well, we all have appendages that aren't the same as they used to be.
Right. And those people that choose to have a right knee, they're far better today than I am. Okay. I chose not to because I couldn't have the care element. And it's the 24/7 idea. If you're worried about bouncing around and there's nobody there to help pick you up, you're kind of in that boat. And right now, actually, you're seeing me here in assisted living. I don't have a house anymore. And I'm in this to just find out how I like it. And if I like it, well, maybe it's the thing. If not, what the hell, I'll get back out there again and do what I did. I lived alone for quite a while.
Do they give you physical therapy?
Yeah, oh yeah, I've had great physical therapy. Yeah, you ought to see me pop out of this chair.
Let's see you pop.
Let's see you do it.
There you go. Good for you.
That's all the work you get out of me.
Do you still have your dog?
I guess where I'm at is I've really enjoyed this last week in terms of you all have shared so far a lot of the memories that started when we left high school, and what I've really had a chance to revisit this week, just because of events out there, is those things that kind of happened after that didn't necessarily involve you, but they are the kind of memories you remember. For instance, do you remember when the Beatles were the king of the record?
Yeah.
Recording? What year was that?
60s.
65.
67.
65.
60.
Yeah. Okay, so the point is that just reflecting on that, it was really great on the oldies stuff that comes on to watch people dance. And guess what? Those people dance like we used to way back when, and that. And so it was like seeing in some of these things that were people were labeling the 50s, 60s, 70s. I'm sorry, I remember that. You know, that isn't like it's some piece of history or something.
Right.
And that. And so that's been kind of the fun of it is at this point, kind of visiting a number of things in life that go on. One of the things I've discovered is that I have some horrible need to catch up with a number of people. There's a number of people in life that I've had great value in knowing and being with and all those things. And I've never told them that. And so I find myself in the funny spot of actually wanting to revisit some of the old people and just simply say, hey, this is what you meant to me back then. And
Good for you. Good for you.
And so that's good. And it also helps to, frankly, remember stuff and a lot of things like that. Because there's a lot of things I have to be realistic. I'm not going to do. I can't do them again. And I remember doing them, so why not enjoy that? And then I guess the biggest thing is medically, I am in a unique position, I think, is that I have all the original issue parts. When Harold House was unboxed, all the parts that were in the box are all still here. No replacement parts yet. Okay, and it may happen, but that's not where we're at. So I have the advantage of having well-used but parts I know, and other than a few things like having to wear a catheter and some other stuff, it's not that bad to get old. But at some point here, I'm getting tired of this crap, so we'll have to see. The assisted living is actually pretty easy in this case. I'm in a small setup with a house with 2 patients. I'm one of 2 patients there. We get really good care, and it's a very nice setting, very comfortable, very modern house, and all that. And it's harder to get that quality of life just when you're on your own and that people are able to help you out and all those things. So anyway, that's sort of my new news. Dave, I will send you my new address and email and all that, but it's same old. I'm still here. I'm still probably lost down the same alleyways that I wandered down. And maybe
What are you doing to keep busy?
what am I doing to keep busy? Right now, paying the bills is the honest answer. I have money, but you still got to pay the bills.
That's right.
So that's okay. And I've sold a house. I mean, I had a nice house, and I just couldn't live in it anymore. So I sold it. And so there's all those things. And I have people in my life and so on, but I still am very much the person I've been for probably 10, 15, 20 years is pretty much a single guy.
Yeah.
And that's the way it was, and so on. So anyway, I just
downsized, Harold. This is Mary. We've all downsized and moved into smaller quarters.
Yep.
My husband and I did that. We sold our big house and moved to another plantation. We are in a townhouse. I wanted a townhouse community and found these carriage houses in a nearby plantation here in the South because I wanted to be able to have people around me if I needed them. And I looked out. We have a wonderful neighborhood and everybody's within reach. And so I'm happy about that. And Lynn and Tony, you downsized and you moved to a different place the last time I spoke with you. So we're all moving.
Okay, Mary, please send me your new information. What I have is Sedgwick Avenue in Bluffton.
That's me.
Are you there now, or is that?
I am.
Okay, then I have the right information.
You
Okay.
do. You do.
Wonderful.
It's a townhouse, and there are not very many of them in this plantation. We're right across from the clubhouse. It's a gated community, and we love it here. We met lovely people, and we've been in this area and this location for, oh dear.
Well, I'm a stubborn SOB, and I don't
You've
want
got a big old house, Dave. What are you doing? You need someone to move in with you.
No, I like it. They're gonna have to take me out feet first, and I like the privacy. You know, I have the pool and the hot tub, and I can't get in and out of. I can get in, but I can't get out of the hot tub myself until I get stronger. But I have the pool. We're gonna close it pretty soon, and you know, it's private. I like the privacy we have here, and I never had acreage before, and I kind of fell in love with it. So I'm trying to declutter some. I've gotten rid of so much junk, and some of them that probably had important things in it. I whole boxes I let them take. My a daughter and a couple of grandkids helped, and so I've downsized a little insofar as junk, but I still have stuff that I got when my mother died,
Oh dear.
and I haven't even opened yet. So I got it's going to be my kids' problem if I don't take care of it. But right now I'm not up to it. But no, I'm planning on staying, and when I need help, I get help, and that's what I'm trying to get rid of right now, is get back down to being mostly independent.
Well, good for you. Good for you.
You know, you've seen the place, you know what it's like. How can you leave this?
Oh, it's tough. I'm going through boxes. I've decided that I'm going to find out what's in all those boxes that we move from one place to the next. And if I don't like it, out it goes. So I have only a few more left to do. You know, I was
Good
thinking
for
about
you.
it today because I drove by on the 95, went up to visit Irene, my sister Irene and her husband Ed. They moved up to Philadelphia to be closer to family. So I gave you a thought. And so that's good.
Harold, I have the same, when you talked about wanting to get in touch with people from way back, I have the same thing, wanting to reach out to people who meant a lot, you know, as you're growing up, and friends when you're first married and all. I'm trying to do the same thing, just to touch base with them.
The issue is that you can't relive that
No.
stuff. You go back.
Right.
But that doesn't mean you can't remember.
Yes.
And when you start to remember, there's actually, if you do it right, I'm just trying to argue that there's good feelings that can come out of that. Sometimes it's maybe not as pleasant, but you remember things. You're forced to reach deep in that whatever's back here and see things and do things and whatever. And I think it's been one of the values of this group for me is to remember things.
Yeah.
And I remember far more about you than you'll ever get out of me. Okay. but you know, actually leaving Wantagh was a point in my life where I made a decision to go a direction. And there were other choices, and I could have made those. And my world would be different if I had done that, I'm sure. And just like other things. And at the same time, you can still sort of visit that period of time because, again, several of us certainly share our service in the military. And there was no way you could watch what was going on this week and not think about the time when you were in the military.
Yes.
I'm not telling you what to think, but I'm telling you it's hard to ignore it. Yes. Yeah, that's what I
That is
mean.
Air Force.
That's what I mean. Okay. And you know, those were the people in blue sitting there. I saw them and everything. But the point is that it forces you to kind of then revisit and kind of sort things out, put it in order, and you remember things about people that were parts of your life along the way that are not now, and they probably never will be. But you know, they were important at the time that they were there. So
Harold,
get this out of my carry away.
The alarming thing about it is we're in an age group now where you try to look back at some of those old friends, and a lot of them are no longer with us.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, so
We're
you
survivors,
give,
a lot of us.
you give yourself a lot of thanks. You know, and talking about the military, I was looking at because of what took place last week with all the general officers and all that other jazz. I started to remember, and I start to look at, you know, for people that I was stationed with in Southeast Asia or over in Europe, or even in the Pentagon. And you don't find as many people that you were close with, right? That you really had good friendships with, et cetera, et cetera. So there are a few. I have one in Seattle I talked to, one in San Antonio that I still talk to, but we were stationed together for many years. You know, I retired 44 years ago.
Wow.
Right? That's a long time.
Time
Murphy, Woolwich, Zimmer, and I went in 1960, and I retired in 81, right? So it was a long time ago.
Harold.
That's why I went down and met Lynn and Tony at Tampa Airport.
That was
They
fabulous.
they had a flight out, so they came in early. And I went down, I didn't live that far from the airport, and we sat for a good hour. And it was good to see them, you know,
Great.
at from the reunion and then again or whatever. And I've told many people, I'm sure, I named one of my children after Lynn.
I was telling.
It is my youngest daughter's middle name. When you get to your fourth daughter, I didn't have another girl's name. You didn't know what you were having back then. I said to the nurse, "Oh, I don't have a girl's name. I always had a boy's name." And she said, "Just think of some of the nicest people you've ever met in your life." And Lynn is my daughter's middle name, named for Lynn. The other girl was the girl I went to nursing school with, who was just like Lynn, just like her. And that was they have a daughter with the same name as my daughter.
Eleanor, I said, Sue and I give thanks every day. My mother, Susan's mother, was the 21st child in Brooklyn. 21 kids. In order for us to have a life, there had to be 21 kids, right? That by itself is incredible. You give thanks every day for that, right?
Yeah.
You couldn't do that today, 21 kids.
No.
No.
Harold. Hello, Harold. Come back.
Yeah. I'm here.
We were before you tuned in. We were all talking where we were born. Where were you born?
I've got you there. I was born in Flushing Hospital, Queens. Thank you. My mother was raised in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. Okay. And my dad was raised in College Point, Queens. And so I came from a stock that I got a lot of New York somewhere rubbed off on me, and whatever. And I know that. And you know, it's kind of funny when you start to think about things like that again, and what that kind of opens up for you. And you know, where are the people that were from that era? And one of the most interesting one I've had in my life so far is a few years ago, well, quite a few years ago, I got to a point where I felt it was important that I define who Harold Hines was legally, because I found that people had a tendency to kind of swipe your identity. And the only way you could defend yourself was to have recorded properly who you are, and with more than a birth certificate, with real documentation that kind of showed you and your life and your name and how it interacted. And I had to go back all the way back to a guy who was my first college roommate, because he was the only one that could say, this is Harold Hines, and he was born at Flushing Hospital, because I know, because I talked to his mother, and he was there. And he's the guy that we got out of college and parted ways and everything. And all of a sudden in the United States Army, he needed me to be a best man, because I was the only guy he knew who had a dress blue uniform, for the wedding, and those kind of, all that kind of stuff is just so silly, but it's so real, and that's the part of your life you want to remember. Just those things, and I'm not interested in going back to the bad stuff. There is some, and I know it, but why go back? And I'm going to be very happy. Just when my day comes, it will come. And those are kind of things we all face up to. And I don't feel I'm any special compared to all of us. I think we all are probably experiencing age, because it does, whether you like it or not, it takes a certain amount out of you and away from you and whatever. And there's nothing you can do about it other than age as gracefully as you can.
When you were talking,
I'm glad all the ladies have aged so gracefully. Good to see that. Thank you.
Well, the best thing you can do, the worst thing for all of us, and we see that here where we live a lot, is falling. So you have to just keep in mind that it's tough, that you can't do what you used to do.
That's right.
5 years ago or 10 years ago, sometimes even a year.
Pickleball.
It's hard. It's hard admitting it to yourself sometimes.
Yeah. How's the care, Harold? Are you happy with the care where you are?
I'm extraordinarily lucky. The assisted living can be, I'm sure, a disaster, but I happen to live in a house setting with a lot of bedrooms, and the family that runs this has a lot of kids. So it's kind of a hectic place, but it's a very modern home. The floors are all flat, one level. And when you're in a wheelchair, yay, because, those stairs start to become a barrier, not something that helps you. And so in this house, I have no barriers. And frankly, it's I can look out my window and see the car. And I happen to have a room. This is my house now.
Yeah.
I touch the walls. That's it. And it happens to be nice people. I eat well. I'm taken to doctor's appointments without any fuss and muss, and all those kind of things. And all that stuff counts. And I'm at a point where I'm willing to write it down to the point of, this is a good enough life. I think I'll stay here for a while.
The quality of your life sounds wonderful, Harold.
Yeah.
Quite a few of us have seen Bob Zaberna, and he talked to Dave recently. He got himself a motorized.
Well, he designed a motorized cart that fits inside a van.
Did he ever get that done?
He's taken delivery on it, I guess, in less than a month.
No kidding.
He's been working on that for years.
When we met with him, he had the drawings. He was still working on the drawings on the table in there.
He showed me the designs and everything.
Yeah. He gave me a call one day. I talked to him for quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah.
Yeah, he's hanging in there. He says everything's status quo, but he had a hard time getting somebody to build that for him. But he finally found somebody, and they're putting it together.
Beautiful.
That's great.
That's great.
He feels like it'll give him some more freedom. He can actually take off out of the place on the road.
Yeah, he's going to get a license plate for it. But
So is he, Is he
If
an
he wants to
assistant?
go any distance, it drives right up into a van. So
Is he in assisted living or is he, the last time we talked, he was still in a hospital. Where is he living now?
he's in a nursing home
He is.
Yeah.
near Cocoa Beach.
Okay.
It's nice where he lives. It's
And
really
the-
nice
yeah.
place.
He keeps losing his buddies, but he,
Yeah. We're gonna be down there again in Orlando. We staying.
When are you going?
We might, if we go to the East Coast, might try to see him, but
Yeah. Harold, you're in a good, Harold, you're in a good frame of mind, no matter where you are. It's what's up here that,
yeah, you have a great attitude. Harold.
that's right,
Yeah.
that's right.
That's right.
Yeah. I choose to remember what I choose to remember.
There you go.
And I have a lot of them. It's all here.
You can tell your own story your own way.
Right. You got it. And a lot of them are embellished, but that's the way it goes. I mean, I'm not bound by the truth. It's so limiting. And you're allowed to think what you want to think.
Right.
Yeah. And I can look at you all and I can put stories to you, pin things on that you would be surprised.
Oh, boy.
Well, go ahead. We have time.
Yeah, go ahead. You start.
You realize, looking at everybody, we cover almost every corner of the United States here.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
one person
really.
we haven't heard from is John Higgins.
I
And
was
he
just
always
gonna
has
say,
to-
John, you've been quiet. What's up?
No.
No, I've been gotten in a little bit, but I just enjoy listening to the stories that come out of this group. And, all you people are special in your own way. But Montauk was a really great place to grow up.
It really
And it
was.
was people like you
We were
that we
lucky.
grew up with that made it such a great place. And we've all gone on a different ways. And I think we've all been successful in our own way.
Yeah.
And the best thing is we're all still here.
It was a
And,
terrific melting
I
pot.
just hope that we can all keep moving and enjoying and learning
Mhm.
and sharing these memories over the next couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been on any cruises lately?
Next
Thanks
2
to
weeks,
Dave for keeping us
2 weeks,
together.
2 weeks out, and then back to back in December.
Where?
Yeah, John.
Still in the Caribbean. Going back to St. Croix. The last time I was in
Oh,
St. Croix was right after my son was born. He's now 53,
Oh,
and we stayed at the Buccaneer Hotel. And this will be the first time that I've been back. I've been to every island, I guess, in the Caribbean,
Yeah.
and looking forward to going back. I live right by the port, and we see the ships going out every day, and they're getting bigger and bigger, and places getting more and more crowded. But it's been really good. I cannot complain.
Funny story, John. You mentioned St. Croix. The last time I was to St. Croix, I was on the Air Force Inspector General team, and we flew on the first Air Force One that was built for Harry Truman. We always averaged less than 50% of making it to our destination. But we were at Ramey Air Force Base in Puerto Rico, and we take that plane and fly it over St. Croix for a booze run. So we fill the plane with booze because you could get it dirt cheap. And the plane was so full of booze and golf clubs, you couldn't see who was sitting on the other side of the airplane. And we were so heavy, we were going back to Massachusetts. We had to stop in Turner, Georgia, Pope, North Carolina, McGuire, New Jersey, each time to get fuel so we could make it back to Massachusetts.
That's a good memory, Mike.
I tell you.
One of the greatest things about Mike is over the years that he actually survived.
Not only that, he wasn't arrested.
What kind of, Mike, what kind of plane was it?
What's that?
What model plane was it?
Oh, it's a C-97 tail number 105. C-97, they converted a C-97 used to refuel B-47s. That's before the B-52. And they took all of the fuel tanks out of the belly and put in a big conference room, all tufted leather and everything else. That was Truman's conference room when we flew, you know, but it was a piston engine, 4-engine piston engine. And we always lost an engine. And we'd always have to, we never wound up making it directly to our destination. I flew on it 104 trips and averaged less than 50%. And I said, if I ever die on this airplane, sue the military. We shouldn't be flying this thing. They quit making parts for it in 55. 55, they quit making parts for it, and we were flying it in the mid-60s. So,
Did you ever have the president on board?
no. That was first, not us GIs. You know, the plane was loaded with all kinds of. When we landed at a base, the B-47s had a taxi down the runways like they were being attacked. You know, it was just like when we landed, it was like a war event. Everybody had to do what they would do, like if you know, it was an active war. So, but it
Frank,
was.
were you a pilot? Were you a pilot?
No, I flew Cessnas and Cherokees, not the Air Force.
Okay.
Yeah. But
I heard
yeah,
a gunshot.
I flew single engine planes, not and if I only averaged 50% on those planes, that would have been really dangerous with one engine. But those were fun days.
Hear a gunshot?
What's that?
I heard a gunshot or something like that.
No,
Hope
not up
it's not
here.
out your window.
Oh, that's good. It's getting towards hunting season.
We're all still here.
Yeah, wasn't here.
Well, somebody could have dropped something.
Yeah.
Very loudly.
Yes.
Be amazing.
Now, when you were talking about reuniting with old friends or people you knew, that struck a nerve for several of us, I guess. And 5 years ago, I decided to try to get a hold of people that I thought I may have. Well, I hear a noise again.
Did anybody hear that?
Somebody dropped something.
Yeah,
But
Might be Pat Jerry.
yeah.
But I had that same reaction about getting in touch with people where in my mind, I may have done them a disservice in not treating them properly. And so over the years, I've contacted everybody that I thought I might have injured some way by my attitude. And some of the people didn't even remember what I was talking about. So it was my mind where I felt I had to contact them to tell them I apologize for whatever might have. And they didn't even realize that I had done that. So I found that rather interesting that my recollection of things was not a recollection of theirs.
they never are the same.
Alan, I have a story that I told several years ago, but I think there are probably people online who have not heard it. At one of our reunions, I think it was the 30th, I'm not sure. I happened to see Richie Calder when we rescued things across the room. Now, Richie had been a nemesis of mine in high school.
I can't hear this.
Yeah, you gotta turn it
Can't
up.
hear you, Dave.
Okay. I'm talking about Richie Calder. Okay. And in high school, he was a nemesis. He used to routinely beat me up, push me against lockers, all kinds of things, horrible things.
Who did this, Dave? I didn't hear you.
Richie Calder.
I don't know who that is. Okay.
He passed me. Anyway, at this reunion, I saw him across the room and made a point of kind of avoiding him. And next thing I know, he's walking right up to me. And I'm saying, oh shit, pardon my friend. I'm in trouble now. So he comes right in front of me, stands right in front of me, sticks out his hand and said, Dave, I want to apologize. I treated you very badly in high school and I regret it and I want to apologize.
Wow.
I
That's
accepted the apology, I shook his hand, and he turned out to be a lovely person as an adult. And
Yeah,
I'm so
he's a
frustrated.
terrific guy.
Yeah, but not in high school, it wasn't, I tell you that. At least as far as I was concerned, but he was man enough as an adult to recognize, like Alan was saying, to recognize that he had done me wrong, and he apologized in a way that I could not refuse. I mean, he was wonderful. And I'm so sorry I didn't get to know him better before he passed. But it's a very similar story to Alan. He was like you, Alan. He made amends. And I'm so glad he did. It changed my whole outlook on people with whom I had had conflict. They are not necessarily the same people today. And I'm a better person for it. I just thought I wanted to share that with you.
Oh, that's a very nice story, Dave.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's,
very.
there's not enough years left to wait to do those things that we need to do now.
It's Susan. That noise is Susan. What's Susan doing?
Making drinks.
She tries to stay busy.
I'm having a snack.
What were all the loud noises and crashes?
Does anybody want anything?
No.
Yeah, I'll have whatever you're having.
Come on over.
It's nice to hear that all you people can still travel. My traveling days ended about 2 years ago in a nightmare trip. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I went to Europe to do the 80th anniversary of D-Day. And while I was in England, in France, I ended up with COVID and pneumonia.
Oh my.
And I was stuck in a French hospital for a week.
Oh.
I didn't know how I was going to get home to get to a hospital in the U.S. And a friend of mine from California did everything he was doing, packed a suitcase, and flew to Paris and rescued me from the hospital and brought me back to Phoenix, and then back up to Prescott Valley, where I ended up being in the hospital for 2 weeks getting treatment for my pneumonia. And
Wow.
since then, I've decided that I don't have the strength any longer to stand in airline lines or sit on an airplane for a long time. So I envy you people. I guess there's 10 of you left that are able to travel.
But just keep going, right?
Well, I love
We go on 2 cruises. I go on about 2 cruises a year, and I drive to Long Island. Well, I don't know if I'm going to do that this year. I didn't do it, but I did drive up to Pennsylvania, but it was a tough drive. So I think those drives we'll just have to stop more in between. So, but we just keep on moving.
Mary, what about the rest of your family?
Okay. My oldest sister, Jean, you remember that was Evelyn's friend.
Yeah.
She is in memory care because she has Alzheimer's. Her husband passed a number of years ago, and I see her once or twice a year whenever I'm in Venice in Florida. My sister Irene, still married to her husband Ed, and they're up in Pennsylvania. They moved up there to be closer to their children. So she has a daughter and a son-in-law 10 minutes away. And I was just up visiting her because I hadn't seen her in a while. And I was concerned because I heard that she has the onset of Alzheimer's. But, just simple things like, where do you live, Mary? It's in South Carolina. So she might have asked me that 3 times. But otherwise, she's the same as Irene. Always was.
They got a son too, right?
I'm sorry?
Didn't they have a son also?
Oh, they have three children, a son and 2 daughters, and they see them all the time, and they have a lot of grandchildren.
Yeah.
My brother died in January.
Oh.
Yes, and my youngest sister Meg died a number of years ago. So there's only Irene and I and Jean, but she's kind of in la la land. But whenever she sees me, she does remember me. Some little, you can just see that
Oh,
little
you're
spark, and she
you're
said,
kind of
"Oh,
unforgettable, Mary.
I'm unforgettable." Well, I hope so. But she remembers me. She looks in my eyes. She said, "Mary, I remember you. I remember your eyes." So that's charming for me. And so, my husband is doing very well. We're just, and my little dog, who's 9 years old already. And so life is good. We just try and live it all we can and rest when we need that, exercise all the time, and go out and drink bourbon. So, but life is good. And Lynn, I have to say, looking at you, you just look marvelous. I love your hair. I love. Just wanted to tell you that.
Well, thank you.
So that's the story of my family, and we were all close back in the day, and everybody knew everyone, and
Right.
So.
I just wanted to say about family, we really need to support Tony and Lynn with their pursuit of the World Series. We got to root them on. They're the #1 fans for the.
Have no fear, they're gonna do well.
Well,
They peaked a little early.
Every time I see the Tigers, I'm saying, "Go Tigers!"
The Tigers peaked in May,
yeah, we peaked at the beginning of the season, and now
But
we're
they're-
catching up.
but they're in it, and they'll do. I think they'll.
Yeah,
you
we've
know.
had a wonderful year watching them. We got to about 14 games and have just, it's been great. They're such a nice young bunch of kids. They really are. And they play like they're kids, and they're
Right.
having fun. Yeah.
And
Where do you sit?
Tony, you used to work at the stadium, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was an usher there for a while.
No, sure.
12
12
years.
years.
So
Yeah.
where do you sit when you go? Is
We sit up in the mezzanine in the cheap seats.
Oh, yeah.
But
We like to be up on they have, well, 2 levels, but one's a little higher than the other, and it's not, the third level's not really a whole level higher.
In my Wall Street days, I did a lot of business with AT&T, and they had box seats right behind home plate. And I used to do that about 5 or 6 times a year.
Oh,
Plus,
gee.
they would take us to what's the Italian area up there, right? There's Italian street up in the Bronx. We'd go there and have dinner first, and go to the game. Then they'd have a car take me all the way back to Princeton. So those were good days.
Yeah.
yeah, we don't know anybody like that.
I don't either anymore.
they say you know when you're getting older when cops and baseball players start looking young.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're younger than our
You're
grandkids.
getting old.
They are.
Most
They
of
say
them are-
that about the firemen and the police.
Yeah,
Yeah,
When they look,
they keep getting younger. Yeah,
Like babies.
yeah. I want to say that we had we missed Dave and Sue on Long Island. We went to see my brother in Connecticut, and then
yeah, it was a close call.
I know
Yeah.
we just missed you by days. Yeah,
oh, did
We-
you go see Patty?
we had dinner with Pat and Pat Deeren, Pat Schwarga Deeren, and Patty Carney Culhop. And I sat between the two of them. It was terrific. And Pat's daughter Barbara was there with her husband, and Patty's son TR and his and her
Her daughter.
daughter Laura were there, and Barbara's husband was there. So it was such a terrific evening. It really, really was.
Oh,
There were
great.
8 of us. And, yeah, I mean, it just happened that it all worked out. Pat was visiting her daughter Barbara in West Hampton. We were in Connecticut, and my nephew, my brother's son, drives the ferry from New London to Orient Point. So it's just such an easy way for us to get to Long Island, to go to Connecticut, see him, rent a car, take the ferry, And we've done it twice now, and we'll do it again hopefully. But we had a really, really nice evening. It was really, really fun.
Good.
Yeah.
And they wanted us to stand up and do a cheer. The kids, the 60-year-old kids. TR and Barbara are both 60. They were born 2 days apart. And they said, you three should get up and do a cheer. We
I don't think so.
Does
My
Pat
son just turned 60.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, it's damn so.
have a house in Florida?
What's that?
My son
Does
turned
Pat
60.
still live in Pennsylvania and have a place down in Florida?
Yeah.
Yes, she.
I wish I had known that. I was down in Stewart so long, so many years, because my family was there. But you just got separated, and there
Yeah.
was no real list, so I didn't know.
Parents lived in Stewart.
She
trying to
she's
sell
got
that.
that. Well, no, she decided not to.
Oh, there
She's
she
got
was.
the house in Pennsylvania and the house in Stewart, and then her daughter Karen is in North Carolina, and Barbara's in West Hampton, and she's all over the place,
Yeah.
here and there. And then her sister Marilyn is outside of Chicago, so yeah, she travels to see all of them, and she gets around. She looks terrific.
Doing well.
Yeah, she plays tennis 4 days a week at 8 in the morning. Well, yeah, that'll tell you how she's in great shape, and she looked terrific. And yeah, we had a great time. And then we stayed the night at Patty's and had a good time with Laura there too. And TR dropped in a couple of times, and yeah, it was a great visit. But I wish they would get on here. 'Cause,
Yeah, what did you say? Next time we have one of these things, send them a private message from either each of them, inviting them to join us. I wish they
Well,
would.
Patty's eyes are getting worse.
I know.
And she's in bed by 10 o'clock, the latest.
Okay.
The latest.
Oh, yeah, the latest.
I mean,
And gets up at 10 o'clock in the morning.
again, God bless her, she gets up at 10 in the morning.
Good for
So
her.
Wow.
it's what she wants to do, and yeah, why not?
Yeah.
That's Florida. She's never joined us, I don't think.
I can't hear you, Dave.
What about Pat Schwartz, June? Can you hear me?
Yeah, what about her?
Yeah, I mean, she hasn't been joining us.
No.
So invite her, send her her own personal, your own personal.
Yeah.
I'd love to see her.
Yeah.
Well, I knew that you and Tony, Lynn, were going to be by Patty because she told me about it. And I said that if I were going to try and drive to Long Island, I would try and coordinate the time, but I just couldn't make the trip this year.
Yeah.
That's
And
Yeah.
we were so sorry to miss Sue and Dave. I mean, it was by days. But we'll get down to see you, Dave, or you
Okay.
come up here.
yeah.
But we need another reunion somewhere.
You're all invited.
Hopefully,
You're all invited.
yeah. Hopefully, we should try to have another reunion, and whoever shows up, shows up.
That's
Yeah.
right.
You know.
That's
Well,
right.
Let's see what Pat and Jared come up.
Well, tell them we may be in Sag Harbor.
Oh, I was going to tell you, Pardones. Maybe you already know, but our second great grandchild was a boy, and it was our oldest daughter's son, and our oldest granddaughter had the first baby, for our first grandbaby, a girl, and they named this little guy Sammy.
Oh,
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, they didn't
Tony,
they
yeah.
didn't want to give him the name Sammy, so they named him Samuel, but everybody's already calling him Sam.
Well, no, they said, don't call him
Don't call him
Samuel.
Samuel.
We want him to be called Sam or Sammy.
So,
Who is he named after?
Well, they like the name, but it's also Tony's brother.
Yes.
Oh,
Tony's
of course,
brother.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
who some of you all knew was
Yeah.
Bob
We
or
met-
Robert.
we met the reunion.
Yeah, he was at the reunion. In fact, that was the
Yes.
last time we saw him.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
He had a
He
nice
was in the
dinner with
ocean.
him.
He loved every minute of being in that ocean.
That's right.
Mhm.
That's right. He did. He
In
did.
fact, he and Dave Connor, I don't know if anybody else went in
And
besides.
Dave or
Oh,
Sue?
Dave? Yeah, one of you went in, didn't you, Sue? In the
Sue
ocean?
went in, yeah, she did.
I probably did.
Good
Yeah.
for you, Sue. Too cold for me.
She was a little dismayed that she had to walk 1/4 mile to get into deep water.
That's the way Jones Beach was, right? That long hike. Until we saw it the last time, I said, I can't believe we walked that far.
I mean, once you got into the water,
Mm.
then you had to
Oh, you
walk
had to keep walking
to
out.
see
That's-
shallow.
Wow.
Yeah, that too, right.
Then when you rode the waves in, you'd scrape along the bottom at the end.
Yeah, Dave Kahn was determined to get in the water.
On body.
He,
Yeah. Then he got in.
and that was the day the rocket took off and
Yeah,
Right.
came down and landed.
Yeah.
I took a picture of the rocket. Oh, I took it coming back, I think. That's what it was, when the rocket came back and landed right back on the launch pad.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Glenn and Tony, several years ago, I think I sent you an email about a memorable date that I had with Pat Schwarger that still lives forever in my mind.
Yes.
Could I share it with everybody?
Yeah.
For sure.
Back before Pat got married, I forgot, what was his name from Chaminade, the guy?
George.
George.
Bowden.
George.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
oh dear.
This is going back to everybody. Well, before she got married, I don't know if it was out of the military or not, but it was the early 1960s. And I called up Pat and I said, would you like to go on a date? I said, I have tickets to My Fair Lady. Would you like to go see My Fair Lady? So she said, oh yeah, that sounds good. So I thought, well, let's see, how's this date going to go? This is when you used to get dressed up to go on a date. And so my parents used to like to go to a French restaurant before we went to the theater. So we went to this French restaurant and we had duck à l'orange for dinner.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Hear all of this.
And then we took a cab over to the theater to see My Fair Lady. And so my father was divorced back then, and he was a member of a key club, the Gaslight Club. So he said, after the show, why don't you take a taxi to the Gaslight Club and we can all have cocktails and we can play around with the Broadway people. So I said, Pat, do you want to go to the Gaslight Club? So we went to the Gaslight Club and we drank champagne cocktails and listened to music in the different rooms and the pianos and everything.
Wow.
3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my gosh.
So, by the time we got to my car and drove back to Wantagh, the sun was coming up. So maybe we should have breakfast at the Wantagh Diner. I have never had a date like that again in my whole life. So if you see Pat, tell her I still remember about our date from the early 1960s.
Wow.
As a memorable date I will never forget.
That's fabulous.
Yeah. We should do that sometime.
You're right.
Sounds like a great night.
Yes.
Oh my
That's
God.
great.
That is great.
You certainly wouldn't picture the kids of today having a date like that.
No.
Yeah. Back then, my mother was friends with a ticket broker on Broadway. So we got to go, we got free tickets to every Broadway musical from the 1950s all the way till I was no longer living there in
Wow.
the 1960s. So,
Wow.
It sounds more like a prom date.
It does sound like.
Yeah.
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 Alan,
I didn't get to go on my prom date. So that was my prom date.
there you go. Alan, I have the same thing. My dad, of course, was a newspaper publisher. So he got press tickets to a lot of Broadway shows and was able to bring the whole family. So I got to see a heck of a lot of shows I would not have otherwise been able to see. When you saw My Fair Lady, was it with Julie Andrews and Rex Harrison?
No, it was the second.
Oh, okay.
They had already gone. This was late, like a couple of casts later.
Okay,
But I didn't see the original actresses.
I saw it with the original cast. It was marvelous. First time I ever saw a set that had a carousel on it. To change the scenes, they just moved around to another position on the carousel and added a few stage props. It was really very ahead of its time, shall we say.
You know, out of all the Broadway shows that we got to see, the one memorable show that I still sticks in my mind was Peter Pan with Mary Martin.
Really?
Oh my, yeah.
And that my brother and I used to know the words to all of the songs, and we'd get together and have a couple of drinks and we'd start singing songs from Peter Pan.
Show tunes.
Lusty buccaneers and each a murderous loot. We nab their children and kill little boys and take them to Captain Hook. Yo ho, yo ho. Purple Captain Hook.
Yay. Very
Very
good.
good, Al.
I thought Mary was the only one who sang. I think it's
Oh, you should, when we were down in Charlottesville, Mike, you remember when we sang in
Oh,
the
yeah.
the night? We
Still
were
in the
down
night.
there, yeah, our kids took us down there for, what was it, our 60th anniversary or
Very
something?
good.
Yeah, it was your 60th anniversary.
And we were all out there, and Mike came because he was in Charlottesville at the time, you know, not up in Maine. And I don't know how we even started doing that, but we were talking
Well,
about
we
songs
we
and
were
singing
doing it in
together.
high school.
Yeah,
So we were reminiscing about the songs and Still of the Night was one of them. So
right.
we looked at each other and then we started to sing the song that people
Sang the whole thing. We even memorized, had the words memorized.
didn't miss it. We didn't miss a tune, didn't miss a word. So it
Nope.
was fun.
It was frightening.
You want to lead us right now?
No,
No.
your kids should have videotaped it, is what they
They
should have.
they did.
Oh, did they?
They did.
Well, then I think we all need to see it.
Oh, my God.
That'd be great.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll do it again at the next reunion.
Yeah.
I don't mean to pile on, but Lynn, I have a short story about you and Pat Schwarga, who I was finishing up in college, and I had a very nice young lady with me, came back home to New York, and we were in the city walking around and everything, and I bumped into you and Pat Schwarga right there.
Hey, really?
I didn't. It was hopeless. I was so flustered that I didn't really do anything in that. But I want you to know that it is still one of those funny kind of memories. That was one of the few times I ever came back to New York area after we graduated. That was probably one of the few times. And I managed to find a way to bump into you two, having a good time on the streets of New York. So
Wow.
thank you. I thank you for being a wonderful memory.
Well, I wish I remembered too. Well,
Well, that's one down, Harold.
I remember Harold coming over to my house in third grade, and my
Yes.
mom and dad said, "He is the nicest boy." Yep. And I
Yeah.
remember going to your house. This is third grade, and you had your mom and dad. I still know what they look like, and you had a dachshund, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's when mothers would cut the crust off the bread, and it was all nice little sandwiches.
No, not my mother.
And I did
eat the
carry your
crust.
books, Lynn. I did carry your books. School once or twice.
No competition, Tony.
We had to eat that. Sue, we had to eat the crust. Mommy said it was good for your teeth. You got to eat the crust. It's good for your teeth.
It curled your hair.
I cut the crust off now.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what the heck? I can do that now.
Yeah.
Harold, I have to tell you about, well, I'll tell all of you, but particularly you, Harold. One of our grandsons, he's 24. He graduated from Michigan State, and I'll try to make this brief, but it's a neat story. he and about 3 other guys decided after they graduated a semester early, so this is like December in Michigan. They said, we're going to Hawaii, we're renting an Airbnb. They got a 1-bedroom for 4 guys, 2 of them on the floor, rotating who slept on the floor,
They were
right?
there for 10 weeks.
They were there 10 weeks and they went to, I don't know how many national parks there are in Hawaii. I don't know, but they got to all of them. They fly back to California and then they see Frontier Airlines is selling a ticket, $500. You can fly anywhere from May to September that Frontier flies. So they said, you know what? Let's get to some other national parks. Okay, fast forward. They got to all 63 national parks by Labor Day. They went to all, I think there's 7 in Alaska. And they went to, there's one that's north of the Arctic Circle.
Oh, yeah.
That one. And the funniest story, I mean, his stories are magnificent. I mean, this was quite an accomplishment.
Yeah.
The last one he went to was Isle Royal in Michigan, which is, we were there. It's very remote and it's, there's wolves and moose and a few people and that's it. But they went to the Solomon Islands. I mean,
Samoa.
Samoa Islands. They had to fly back to Hawaii. At that point, they're like, okay, we're doing them all. They fly back to Hawaii and then fly to Samoa, the Samoan Islands. This was last summer.
Right.
Yeah.
And the funniest thing is they met some people in the town they were in. There's only 1 flight in and 1 flight out a week. And anyway, they're walking in town and a family came over and said, could you take our picture? And our grandson, Matthew, said, oh, yeah, no problem. And they said, no, we want you in it because nobody ever comes here. So, yeah, they made it to all of them in Alaska and all the rest of them.
And all 50 states.
And all 50 states.
It sounds genetic.
Yeah.
It sounds genetic.
Sounds like a lot of baseball.
I wonder
fields.
where they got that idea from. Huh? Does everybody know that that's your accomplishment?
I don't know.
Well, you can tell us.
You can tell.
Oh, that we've gone to all the baseball parks? Yeah.
That's fabulous.
Well, Jerry, you probably were at most of them too.
True.
But they got to the one we didn't get to is the NCAAs. So we said, I think we'll go next year.
There you go.
And now that we got to Williamsport, we've done them all. But anyway, yeah, what an accomplishment. They were on the front page of the Detroit paper.
Oh, they wrote a 2-page article.
Yeah, it
about
was, and their stories are magnificent, but their favorite story, Harold, was in Alaska. They were in some remote place in Alaska and the van they had broke down. And this town had 24 people, I think. And the town came out and fixed the van, put them up for 2 or 3 nights, had them stay there. That was his favorite story.
Yeah.
Oh, sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
They had other issues like that where they had little problems and people wherever they were just came and helped them.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Lynn and Tony, have you been to Cooperstown?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cooperstown's good.
I
It's not
met this woman at a church retreat that she and her husband just got rid of their bikes at 86 years old, and they crossed the country twice on bike, and
Wow.
Europe twice, and they wrote a book, and it is just amazing how many people put them up. They were like the heroes every time they got into town. And this was late in life. They went late in life.
So how many years ago would they do that? Because can't do that today.
Well, they did some short trips more into their 80s, but they sold their bikes or got rid of them
How
finally
long
at
ago,
86.
she said?
But yeah,
20
it's
years
a great
ago?
book if you want to read it. I'll tell you, I can't get over it because
you would say, well, how great, but some of the things they did, I mean, it was 100 miles a day. And sometimes they got into a town, there's no place to stay. So then they went another 20 miles. And just to picture anybody doing it. But I think they started, it was after their 50s or 60s. But yeah, they rode everywhere. Even into China, I think they did some bike riding.
Really?
Yeah, we have a couple that we know in Michigan. It goes to our, well, they're not going to our church, but we've known them for years. They've biked from Michigan to Florida, and they've taken bikes to Europe, biked around.
What torture.
Not much, and this was, they were yeah, they were probably.
Yeah.
50s.
Oh, well.
Yeah. They just quit in their 70s. Yeah.
But the fact that they kept journals that had even what they ate every day, I mean, that was mind-boggling. So when you were saying that, I was wondering if he had a journal at all, because you do forget.
I bet he did.
Yeah.
I bet he did. But the newspaper article had a lot of the stories in it too.
Right.
Yeah.
What a great thing, you know, that to do that.
By
for
24.
sure.
I'm like,
I said to him, what are you going to do now? You're 24 and you've done all those things. Oh, he'd probably go to Europe next year.
well, then he met a girl.
Oh, yeah.
So I texted him the other day and he said, a new chapter has begun. So I don't think he's going anywhere.
That's what happens.
Unless he wants to go too, maybe. You know.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Great. Where does he live?
Grand Rapids.
Oh, he's in Grand Rapids. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he came back and he went home in Milford, Michigan, and then his sister, his sister from Charlottesville, she was down in Charlottesville for 3 years, went to Grand Rapids, moved back. She's getting married, and they moved back and decided to go to Grand Rapids, and he liked visiting them there, so he got a place. That's where he met the girl. So here
Okay.
goes the new chapter.
And you wonder how much money they actually had to spend with all of
You
that.
know, that's what I kept saying. They all had virtual jobs the whole time because I told my daughter and son-in-law, and they were not going to fund this. I mean, you graduated from college,
Right.
you're on your own, buddy. And
Yeah.
how he afforded all this is beyond me. I mean, fly to Hawaii, fly to Samoa. I mean,
Yeah.
not cheap.
No.
They did it, and they worked every single day. They, you know, if they, depending on where they were, they adjusted all their work time around it, and
Yeah. How wonderful.
amazing with virtual jobs what they
Yeah.
Yeah, they must have been making good money, or they were like Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. They were, you know, working as much as they could and robbing liquor stores every night.
Oh, well, I have to say, I'm going to leave you all. It's been great to see you, and I've enjoyed it, but I just have to leave now. And so whoever is doing the planning, I would love to do another reunion anywhere. I'll show up.
Well, thank you, Dave, again for keeping it all together. That's
Yes,
always-
Dave.
Yeah, Dave. I'm going to do the same as Mary. I'm going to leave too.
All right.
I got to
Goodbye,
sign off
all.
as well, guys.
Okay.
All right.
Bye,
Bye,
Mary.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Good night, everybody.
Good
Bye.
night,
Thanks,
everybody.
Gary. Thanks, Pat.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dave.
It was a great game.
Thank you again. Yes, for sure.
Go Tigers.
Great adventure. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll keep you propped up, Tony.
Okay, we need it. Great to see you all.
Wave to us from the stands.
Yeah.
Okay. Take care, everybody. I'm out here too.
All right.
Take care. Good to see you all.
John.
Love you all.
See you.